Everybody, the link.
Live.
Welcome to all of my friends and bennies. Welcome to all of my friends and bennies. Welcome to all of my friends and bennies. I'm just saying show. Oh my God! Welcome, everybody to I'm Just Saying Live. I'm your hostess with the mostest, Tennille Thomas. Now remember that this show is where the morning brew gives us the energy to provide you the best in edutainment, period. Now, I need to make sure I introduce my fellas to you. What's up, guys? How y'all doing today?
Good morning. We're ready to get things started over here.
Yeah. Happy Tuesday to everybody. It's your boy, Coach Tuck. Follow me on IG, Tucker. Tuck_ATL. I can't remember.
Okay, now we don't know what's going on with him, but we're gonna let him make it this morning.
Need another cup of coffee. That's what
another cup. Okay, go on and get your brew. Okay, whatever kind of brew suits you. Now, remember that our show is all about your opinion being heard, and we are also going to give you our twist to this week's hottest headlines. And we love to start our show with weekend recap. Now, let me tell y'all about this weekend right here. This was the weekend that just kept giving and giving and giving and giving. Okay. Now I got some videos. I've got some, let me see. I got some videos. I got some pictures. I got all kinds of stuff ready for today. Okay. So let's see what we can do. Timeline meeting was definitely in the building at different events going on around the city. But before we do that, Tuck, how was your weekend?
My weekend was good. I had the kids in town, so all my kids were together. We went to San Antonio, ate on the Riverwalk, chilled out, went a couple other places, hung out.
Like a big vacation, okay, y'all?
A little mini getaway with the kids. It was nice though.
Well, that's definitely cool. We love getaways with the family, but this weekend was not one of those. It was way too much going on in Houston for us to miss all these activities. So as y'all saw, we're gonna start off with what kicked off kind of first, if you will. It didn't kick off first, but it completed first, because NCAA wasn't completely finished till last night. So let's start off with a little bit of HBCU All-Stars, okay?
Oh yeah.
Now Anthony had an amazing time at this event. I ain't gonna lie. I went back through his video footage. He was recording all kind of stuff, dancing girls and look at Tucker's face.
Is that all you seen?
That was all I seen. Was you making the girls?
Yeah, if that's all, then
making the girls dance for you.
At least I ain't put no pistol on them and tell them to dance.
Oh, you did not do that. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off. I'll just kind of walk you through the process of the week. We started off with the HBCU All-Stars welcome party. So they had this big, huge party. To welcome the players, to welcome the sponsors and the coaches. Okay. So we're going to start off with a little bit of that so that you can learn the meaning behind the HBCU All-Stars. Okay. Y'all ready for that?
Let's get with it.
So B. Jones said he going to get them videos.
I'm gonna have it.
You gonna upload it? Now I wanted to be able to talk over this video, so I left the natural audio. Now there's lots of fun stuff set up, and there was everything regarding social justice. HBCU All-Stars, of course, has several African American young Black male players, so social justice was the mission of the hour as well. It was sponsored by AT&T, and it was called Dream in Black. Facility was beautiful, and I'm gonna start talking here in a little bit after I showed y'all what it looked like before everything got wired. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are getting all set up and ready for HBCU All-Stars. The sponsors are here, the coaches are here, and the players are here and ready to be welcomed. I'm Tennille Thomas, and I hope you enjoy the evening. Welcome. Hey, thank you so much.
We want you to be clear that we know that there's not another all-star game in the world that's going to have this kind of social justice message, and this is the intention.
And that food was looking real good. Now I did eat some pasta. Y'all know me. I had to sample it right.
Hey everybody, it's Simply Tennille here, and I have someone real special here because he decided to come out and support HBCU All-Stars, okay? Tell me who you are and why you decided to come out tonight.
So my name is Marco Bowie. I'm currently an admissions counselor at Texas Southern University for about 2 years. The reason why I came out to support the HBCU All-Star Game is to intern at the event, as well as highlight different things about HBCU sports, bringing different businesses and bringing more sponsorships and financial support.
Wait.
So,
He was so worried that he was not going to be able to say the right thing, but I think that that's an amazing answer. You want to know why? Because that means that they are actually bringing jobs to the city. HBCU All-Stars is here, and we're dreaming in black, and it is phenomenal. It looks so wonderful in there. Let me see. Let me think if there's anything else. You're going to be at the game on Sunday?
I'll be interning there, so I'll be there with game day operations, engaging with the fans, all that type of stuff.
Well,
So
thank you for engaging with me.
Thank you.
Everybody, y'all know I'm just saying live. It's always at the hottest events here in Houston, and we cannot wait to see HBCU All-Stars and how it goes down this Sunday. Too. Look here, kids.
Yes, absolutely. Y'all see y'all?
Hey everybody, it's Tennille, and I am here on the blue carpet, not the red carpet on this evening, but we are living in black, and we are at the HBCU All-Stars. Now I have a very beautiful couple right here behind me, and I want you guys to tell them what your party is in this event on this evening.
So I'm Maoli Davis,
And I'm Jana Johnson Davis.
and we are here as the co-hosts and co-moderators for the social justice panel discussion, which is a part of HBCU All-Star since its inception, and we're just excited.
Why do you think it was important to partner with social justice when it comes to, so many of our young black athletes?
Sure, it's important because there's so many things happening now that we need our young people to engage in. And so it was important to bring these experts, these folks who have been fighting the fight together here this evening so that they can, share their messages with our young people.
All right, so I also have to ask, why was it so important for you guys? What personal connection do you have to this event, why you wanted to be a part of it?
So Jana's a FAMU Rattler,
Okay.
and our sons both graduated from Howard University, and I have a master's degree from Bowie State. So we're HBCU family. We believe in HBCUs, the power of HBCUs, and the opportunities that they provide our young people, both athletically and as well as scholars and leadership.
Absolutely.
Well, we thank you guys very much for your contribution on tonight.
Thank
you
you.
guys so much. I can't wait to see what you guys have to say.
Thank you.
We have 24 of the best players in black college basketball. Y'all got to see. Represent 49 HBCUs. We start off with 66 players during the 20. Don't take that for granted. They understand the magnitude of this moment, that we don't get these type of opportunities. And so it's important to them to keep fighting for the next generation that's coming behind, just like the April 2022 team did. It is important. It is really important. So we're going to right now. You don't have the 2024 team have 20.
Well, I don't know what happened there, but we are going to remove that. I wanted you to hear a clip of what she was saying in regards to the racing.
Voting into office. And so by that happening, by them trying to erase history, by them trying to erase you, it's even more important that your voices are uplifted right now in this space. It is even more important as ambassadors that you lead by example, by ensuring that not only are your voices heard, but you're exercising those voices at the polls. You're exercising those voices in spaces that people don't expect you to be in, like city council meetings.
I don't know why I'm having trouble with that video, but I hope that you guys enjoyed it. I had a really great time. You know, I pretty much like anything where food is involved. But to get a really great message, to also be able to meet these young boys who are getting an opportunity like no other, because when we were in school, there was no opportunity of this magnitude for HBCU students. That was why everybody felt like they had to go to a Division I college, so that you could get the attention, so that you could further your career. So I really, really like that they've been putting this on. I'm glad that they brought it to the city of Houston, especially when there was so much attention already because the Final Four was here. How do you feel about HBCU All-Stars and what it presented to the community before we get into the footage from the game?
Well, I like the platform that they're actually using, where they all coming together and allowing us to realize that, you know, you can go to a HBCU. You don't have to go to A&M or Longhorns.
We're not going to get into that. There could be a real long discussion open up.
Yeah, but
okay.
Hey, but going to HBCU, hey, it's good. Give back, and they do a lot for the community also and the kids. Now I know everybody wants to go to Division I schools, but some of these HBCU,
we know that
they
opportunity
are Division
is not
ones.
there for every single athlete that's out there. We get that.
But take advantage of what's given to you, the opportunities that you have.
All right. Okay. So now let's get to the fun part, because I told y'all Anthony was running all over this game. He was having an absolutely wonderful time. Tuck, you know what? I don't see it there. The other email that I sent you, HBCU 2.
You sent me another one.
Well, while they talk about that, let's not forget what I got on. AUA. Or should I went AUA?
Either way, it's the same way, backwards and forward. These sweatshirts, ladies and gentlemen, look so good. They're good quality, nice and thick. I don't know what this is. I see what it is.
What is it?
I was like, what has he got in there? We're not going to talk about it. Leave it alone. Be quiet.
Take it out.
Okay. You can get one right now up on our website. Remember that every little thing helps. No donation is too small. AUAcharity.com. You could definitely go there, get it, put it on, have a ball with it. Okay. So
August 15th. Oh, not August 15th. I'm sorry. April 15th.
It's coming right up. We got less than 12 days.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
11 days.
We're going to wait for him to get that up. And while we do, okay, so we talked about a little bit about HBCU All-Stars. We didn't get to see the game yet, but it's definitely coming. You do see it though, right, Tuck?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, now we also were able and afforded the opportunity to go to the Final Four. What? Somebody was, that's not the right one, is it? It came from HBCU All-Star.
I forgot to show him this.
Oh, he was excited about his little towel that HBCU All-Stars gave us. But anyway, we're not going to let him act too big a fool. I'm going to just show a little bit of what I thought was interesting from the All-Star, from the NCAA championship. I really wish that I had gone to the women's game in Dallas, but I don't live in Dallas anymore. So I have to.
No, you don't.
I have to take what I can get. So here's a little bit of the halftime show. Way of literacy. Now, then I'm gonna show you this. This is the final of the game. Who's there? Who's there in the neighborhood? Okay, we didn't stop to bunch of grass.
Celebration, UConn.
It was definitely a celebration. There were
That's
so
nice.
many people in the building. I haven't read the press release. We know that UConn won.
72,393 attendance.
It was well deserved in my eyes, because from what I saw playing wise, how did you feel about the competition between the two teams?
I mean, it was a good game.
Hey, D-Ray, thanks for joining.
It was a good game. You know, let's say San Diego State tried to jump out there. They had a little 4-point lead, which didn't last long. Then UConn came back and they went on a 14 or 16-0 run. And then San Diego decided they want to fight back. They got tired of getting hit in the mouth. But it was back and forth. Then all of a sudden, second half came out, and man, it was just like there was no look back. They just took that lead, a 16-point lead, and
San Diego State did get it down to 5.
Yeah, for how long?
Got it down to 5, and I thought they were gonna make a good comeback, but UConn adjusted, man, and they have a lot of pro players on that team. That may not be like stars.
A lot of huge players on that team, and
that was a big difference in the game. Yeah.
It made it very hard for them to score. Not that they were doing excessively well and dropping buckets anyway. Bing.
When you have a 7'2" guy center that knows how to play his position, because every time he got the ball, he kept the ball up high. He never took the ball down low where anybody 6 foot can reach, snag, knock it loose. He kept that ball high all the time, laid it up, dumped it, and we haven't seen any centers in the NBA that actually does that or do that since the freaking 90s.
Because, but that's because the game changed too. Like nobody plays with their back to the basket anymore, right? So in the pros, and so you don't have that traditional back down, big that you can just kind of throw the ball into like Shaq or like the old school guys,
Olajuwon.
Yeah, and all those guys where and then they kick it out. The offense don't run like that anymore. So,
but
yeah.
UConn utilize that.
I hate to break y'all up on this, but we have just a little bit of time, and I want the people to be able to see the HBCU All-Stars actual game. We just have a little bit of time. Let's go ahead. Let's run that little video clip real quick because I just felt like it represented us as a whole. So let's go ahead and let's play that video real quick. What's going on? Uh-oh, where's the sound?
Okay, and I see you.
And you hear him on the end of this video actually saying, thank y'all. He made them do this dance specially for him. Can we get the volume up? What's going on with the volume?
The volume is good.
Oh, I can't hear it from here. Sorry.
Long we spinning. We're buffering.
Yeah, and that's why I'm like, what's going on today?
Yeah, I don't know. YouTube.
David made sure that he put in the comments, he doesn't think that one player on either of those teams will be drafted. Tuck said they had a lot of NBA players.
They do. They do have a lot of NBA players. Watch. At least one of those guys are going to play in the NBA.
Wait, I think y'all talking about two separate things. Tucker's talking about UConn, correct?
And David is too.
And I think David is talking about the HBCU.
Yes.
There I am with the lovely ladies. Since we can't hear the sound, I don't know what's going on here.
He said they can hear on that.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
Y'all know who that is?
Do they? Say it.
Steven Jackson.
Can you please take this off of you?
Oh, HBCU.
The band's definitely put on a show.
Them women right there.
Why they gotta be them women?
Hey, they were out of control.
So someone is saying that they cannot hear as well, Tuck. So I don't know how you're hearing it and we're not. Maybe it's not coming through your mic. Apologies, everybody. The video is also up on YouTube. You can go and check out our YouTube at I'm Just Saying Live. I guess we will definitely be editing it into this video, okay? I don't know what's going on, but I do have some pictures there. Not only were celebrities there, but the city brought out Sylvester Turner. We also had Sheila Jackson Lee.
Jesse Jackson.
We had Jesse Jackson. There were so many phenomenal legends / figures who were actually in the seats, if you will, in the seats. It was absolutely wonderful. I was glad how they put it together. I felt like media coverage, CBS actually covered it, so it was wonderful. It was pretty great.
Y'all go watch the game on CBS if you missed it. You know, we can replay everything now.
What'd you say? You can replay anything, but if you want to see that video and you want to be able to hear the sound, because the band actually did a really great job, please go and check it out on our YouTube page. It looks like the link is right over there for you guys to go and check it out.
And we had PV and TSU performing, so enjoy it.
I put in our picture outside the Final Four, trying to get ready to go in. You know we love.
Championship.
So, you know, we normally do entertainment news, but y'all gonna catch us as entertainers this week. We was definitely outside this weekend. Look, now y'all know I could not go past talking about NCAA without talking about the Bayou Barbie. Okay,
Bayou Barbie.
I had to get this in here, Angel. We are so proud that you guys did this. You represented well. I don't care if they are trying to say that you're being negative in the media and all of this right now. We're not trying to hear it. Congratulations to you girls of LSU. Thank you for, you know, doing your thing, because I felt like they put on a phenomenal display.
Yeah, their game was actually better than the men's.
It was so much more exciting than the men's game. And I was there for the men's in person. You know, normally it's exciting just to have the atmosphere around you, but I'm gonna tell you, baby, it was nothing like that. I was watching them drop that bucket because they were firing off from everywhere. I was like, yes, come on, ladies. Yeah. Okay. We want to talk about this one other upcoming event, and then we're going to get to our very special guest. We have another comment from David before we move off of sports. UConn have blue-collar players and play good collectively, but won't get drafted, but maybe free agent.
I said they're NBA players, meaning they will be on an NBA roster.
He is ready to defend his position, y'all. I'm just saying.
I didn't say that. Yeah, they're not stars. You know, I mean, there isn't a superstar on that team, but there are some quality NBA players on that team.
Okay. All right. We're going to add this real quick. Now, I want everybody, you know, I hate the word woke, but it's okay. The Woke Money Awards. Now, y'all know we are going to be talking about financial literacy this month because it's that month. You know, every month has a new brand on it. The Woke Money Awards is coming up. We've got some phenomenal speakers that'll be in the house. And if you guys are interested, you need to get your tickets now. Okay. It's coming up real soon. It's going to be on April the 22nd. Why are you laughing about that?
Because are they all woke?
You know,
are they going to be in there snapping their fingers every time like
are they going to be able to give us a definition of woke? Remember the girl who did?
I need to know what does woke actually mean.
I'm just looking at the guest list. Okay.
You really,
I heard crickets.
He said, you know what? Be quiet.
Somebody tell us exactly what does woke mean. I
have given him a definition several times. I guess none of them are good enough for him. Y'all see he has on his sweatshirt. And remember that you can look this good too. AUAcharity.com. Now, I'm going to remove this from the stream because guess what? We have our very, very special guest coming on. Yeah. And we definitely want to be talking to you about being financially literate. Okay. Now, I know these guys over here think they got their money together, but we're going to be learning some tips today that are going to teach you how to keep your finances in play. Okay.
I got my pen and pad.
You better have it out because
I do.
Any little niblet that you get right now, remember, we are the best at providing you edutainment. So we're going to be entertaining, but we're also going to teach you a little bit of something. So right now we would like to welcome Mr. Alan Pruitt. Hi, Alan.
Hello.
Hey.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are y'all doing?
We are great. We are excited to get these finances in order, Mr. CPA. Okay.
Yes, indeed. I love it. I'm here for it. I love it.
Listen, ladies and gentlemen, he is here. He's right here in the city, and he's ready to help you. Okay. Not just us. He's ready to help you. So make sure you jot down anything that you have. If you have any questions, make sure that you also put them in the comments so that he can see right here and respond to you live. So Alan, let's jump right into this. What do you have to tell people first? Because I'm sure that, you know, people ask about your background. They ask all these things. What is something you feel like people should know about you?
I am someone who is, I'm passionate about spreading knowledge. I love exactly what you said. Edutainment. You know, oh man, that's a good word. But I'm someone who's passionate about educating people and letting them know, you know, because obviously I'm a CPA, I deal with taxes, finances, you know, budgeting, all those things. And so for a lot of people, you know, it's a little bit of a scary topic when you're talking about taxes or budgeting or saving, all those type of deals. But I want to be educational and informative and let people know that, hey, you know, you can do things on your taxes. If you're a business owner, if you're an investor, there's so many tax breaks and deductions out there. You know, if you're starting a business, if you have a side hustle going, then hey, let's do that foundation up right so we can grow that business, save money, you know, invest more, you know, build generational wealth, you know, for our family. So that's what I'm passionate about.
Okay. All right. Listen, that's really important when deciding to work with someone, ladies and gentlemen. You know, I'm always trying to tell you how to make these things work for you. If you cannot communicate properly or you're not understanding anything that your CPA says because you don't get their background, that can be a major issue. That can be a major issue. This needs to be someone that you can connect with, that you can keep a consistent relationship with, especially when it comes to your business. Okay. Do you agree with me there, Alan?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I've once heard that, you know, your superpower in life is what comes easy to you, but difficult to others. So, you know, I truly feel like, you know, my superpower in life is helping people understand their finances and their businesses and their taxes and not talking over people's heads. Cause, you know, I'll get new clients coming in, you know, like, hey, I talked to my CPA, we have a meeting. I have no clue what he said. So I want to make sure that I'm breaking it down so you understand everything that's going on with your businesses, with your life, and in your taxes.
Okay, because I feel like that's one of the most important things. Tuck, did you have any questions for him so far?
Well, just on a personal level, like not me personally, but like for someone who's younger, who's starting out, who's trying to get themselves financially stable, maybe someone who's just graduated college, you know, they have this debt here, and like, what are some things that they can do to kind of set themselves up for the future?
Yes, that is a great question. So yeah, I deal with a lot of young people all the time, and you know, I want to, you know, exactly like help them out, you know, and give them the blueprint. And so I think the first thing to know is, you know, especially if you're in college, you know, we all know student loans is a big topic. You know, don't run away from them. You know, at least you need to at least know what your amounts are, because then you can start making a plan to attack them. You know, so many people kind of put their heads in the sand and, you know, don't want to look at it, don't want to know what my balance is. But I think that's so important to be able to first just start there and be like, hey, okay, this is what I have. Okay, so let's set a plan forward to attack it. And then I think that next step is kind of setting a plan. It doesn't have to be a huge, you know, grand plan, but at least take that first step. That first step is the most important. And to me, what that is one, you know, start an emergency fund. You know, doesn't have to, you know, you don't have to be doing $500 a month or anything, but hey, if you have extra $25, extra $50, then start kind of setting that aside in that emergency fund for things that might come up. And so I think that's one of the biggest things that's super important when you're just getting started, when you're just starting to, you know, maybe get that first job, making a little bit of money, is kind of setting that plan, knowing what your numbers are, knowing what your debt is, and understanding where your income is, but then making a plan to kind of start saving a little bit of money for that.
Okay.
So I'm about to get real here, you know, because we on I'm Just Saying Live. Let's be real. There are plenty of people out here. They got the business started. They making a little money, but they ain't putting none of it up. Look, they ain't putting none of it up. Okay. And they definitely don't know how to make a budget. So tell me, when you don't have that money put up, where do you start? Because people do start asking, what's your budget for this, that, and the other? For those people out there who don't know where to start, what's a tool or a resource maybe that they could use to get that that ball going? You said create the emergency fund. Maybe that could start being budget money. Maybe, you know, how do you suggest that they start? They've been having this business running, we're going to say maybe up 6 months, you know, but they haven't been putting the money in the right place, and they're trying to get there, and they need a budget. because they're looking for a loan. Let's do that.
Absolutely. So no, great question. So here's what I would say, do that. Yeah, if your business has started a few months, even a year plus, whatever the case might be, the best place to look at is your history. You know, what you've done in the past is usually the best indicator of your future. And so a lot of people are scared, you know, of the B word, scared of setting that budget. But what you do first, look and see, how much money have I been spending? You know, so on this business that I've been doing for 6 months now, how much money am I spending on this business each month? And then that is actually the beginning part of setting a budget to see, okay, hey, I'm spending this much, I'm spending, you know, $200 a month on subscriptions. Hey, I'm spending this much on supplies. You know, look at those previous bank accounts and then say, first off, do I need to be spending this much on that? Is there anything I can cut back on that? And then, you know, start organizing that, putting that together. And that's the beginning basis of what your budget looks like. So, you know, if you've been up and running a few months, then, hey, look at what you've been doing, kind of put those numbers together. And then that can kind of set you up and give you a better understanding of, hey, you know, maybe I'm spending too much in this area. Maybe this area here is why I'm not as profitable as I should be in this business. So I think that's the beginning basis of where you start.
Looking at your past. I know y'all heard it. I loved it because that does make a lot of sense. When you find out where you're bleeding, okay, when you find out where you're bleeding, cut that back and save that money. Don't just look. Save it, because something is going to happen. Something is always going to come up. Y'all know that I have been running a small business for quite some time now, a couple of them actually. But when it comes to those unexpected things, you know, they can be small range from $30, you know, that you need a tripod stand, you know, when you're podcasting, or it could be something major like new insurance for your trucks. I also have a hot shot delivery company, you know, that's thousands of dollars at one whop. So you definitely need to have that emergency fund that he was talking about. And I do think it is a good plan to look at what you have spent and did it go to the right places. You got any questions for Mr. CPA?
Yes, I have one. Okay, so let's just say they actually just starting their business. And a lot of times in the beginning, you have to put out more than you have coming in. Mm-hmm. How long should they actually, I guess, partake in it before they realize they need to cut their strings before they're, you know, upside down or dead broke?
Good question. So I would say on that is, look at the potential for revenue first. Like, yeah, you know, in most businesses, yeah, you're going to have, you know, a good, decent amount of startup expenses. The good thing about that is when you're starting those up, that's a tax write-off. We can take all of those deductions, put them on your tax return, and that helps save you a little bit of money, you know, so that helps you out to start. But however, we don't want to be doing that forever because we want to have a profitable business in the long run. So I would say, let's, as I mentioned before, kind of look at your expenses, see what you've been doing, but then to see if it's viable going forward, look at your different avenues of income. And hey, am I going to be making am I going to be making at least how much I'm spending? So first figure out what that break even point is. So, hey, if you've been spending, you know, $500 a month on expenses, well, can I make $500 a month in this? You know, if not now, maybe in the next 6 months. You know, what are your plans for growing your revenue? Because that's going to eventually tell you if that business is going to be, you know, viable in the long run. And then what I would say on the second point on top of that is look at different revenue streams. You know, I always tell all my clients, I was like, hey, I love various revenue streams, and you can have multiple revenue streams even in one business. So look at different ways that you can, you know, present your product to people on different levels. Because let's say if you have, you know, a certain product that appeals to this one level, well, can I have a different tier of this product, maybe a lower tier, maybe sometimes a higher tier, to kind of diversify that revenue a little bit there too.
All right. Well, we have a question from David. It says, why is it so easy to get college loans, car loans, mortgage loans, but hard to get business loans?
That's
and
a good one.
He was absolutely, I'm going to tell you, we did not prepare him for all of this. Okay. We were supposed to be talking about the tax deadline coming up on April 15th. I'm sure.
We have a tax question
and
too.
how y'all need to be prepared. Okay. So he's going to do his best to answer these, but that's a good one. I think I think you've got the answer to it.
Yes, no. I love it. Bring it on. I love talking about this stuff. So, I mean, if I'm being honest, the reason why is because, when you're in college, when you first getting those loans, you don't know any better, and they know that. And so therefore, they're going to hook you up with these credit cards, and you don't know what you're doing. And
True.
so you are a prime source of revenue where you have, you run up all these credit cards and whatnot, and you're paying all this interest. If it's one of your first, credit cards, you're just thinking like, hey, oh, I got a $5,000 limit. That means I get to go out and spend $5,000. But, newsflash, one of the most amazing quotes I've heard is that interest is the most powerful force on earth, and it's either working for you or against you. When you're taking out all those loans, it's working against you. However, if you're doing what we're talking about and, setting $25, $50, $100 aside a month, putting that off into a savings fund, then that interest is working for you. So that's why it's so difficult, because getting, business loans, because they want to make sure that they're going to get their money back. You have to be in business, usually a couple years. There's some ways I work with clients around that, where we really focus on getting clients business credit, because a lot of the times, as we were talking about, when you have that business and you want to get it funded and you want it to grow, sometimes you need that funding to do it. And so I work with clients a lot on, getting their business credit, business profile set up so we can do just that. But yeah, I would say that that's one of the biggest things that, they know who to target, in those things. And so that's why it's a little more easier to get on that side, but on the business side, it could be a little more difficult.
I'm going to say before I say what I have to say, tell them where they can find you, either on social media, your website, so that they can contact you in regards to getting their finances straight.
Absolutely. You can find us across all socials at Pruitt Prep CPA. We're on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and our website is pruittprepcpa.com, or email at info@pruittprepcpa.
All righty. Okay. So now my response to that, David, is don't let the paperwork whip you. Okay. A lot of people tap out because there's so much paperwork when it comes to getting small business loans, whether that be your business plan, whether that be all these different things that you have to put in before you will see a return on that. The paperwork can get you. Don't let it get you. Go to somebody like this who can help you out, who can put all those things together the proper way prior to even applying for the loan. Make sure that you have all your dots in a row, if you will, prior to even going to the bank. And then select a bank that gives to you or your type of person. Okay. You need to start looking at who actually gives out the loans. So lots of people might say that they do, but you can definitely go and see the statistics for who they're giving it to.
Yes.
Right. So make sure that you guys definitely pay attention to that. Now, tell us about this deadline and what happens if you miss it.
Yes. So deadline this year is April 18th to get your taxes filed. So super important to make sure you're getting all your paperwork together, for small business owners, whatever you've been spending, make sure you go back through all your, business accounts, credit cards, make sure you get all that stuff together, because as we've been talking about, we want to make sure that you are getting all your deductions, you're getting all your write-offs. And so if you've been going throughout the year, kind of, spending money here, spending money there, now's the time to really start putting that together, because we want to write all that kind of stuff off. And so that's super important, because as I mentioned, when we were talking about a business, it might be spending a little bit more money. Well, if we get all those write-offs and deductions in, then that'll get you a bigger refund back. So we want to make sure that we get all that stuff together.
All right. Now, I have to ask you this, because we know all these companies are out there pushing to get your business. Do you believe in QuickBooks, or, like how they have your annual, for people to actually go and put their information inside of those systems? Or do you believe in like having a real person, or what are your standards on that?
Yeah. So I would say on this, if you were just starting off, you can probably figure out, look at some trainings, do a few different things to get your kind of books in order, kind of be your own bookkeeper for a little bit. when you're first just starting off. If you're in those first few months, and then as we talked about, that's one of the things that's why we need to be looking at expenses and our potential of revenue, because it might not necessarily make sense for you to, be paying somebody to do your books. But I definitely suggest all small businesses need to sign up for some kind of accounting program. Everybody knows QuickBooks. I also use one called Xero with the Xero. And, I know for a fact with that one, we're talking about $13 a month to get you an accounting system, So I think that's super important, because then once you have that business bank account, if you have an LLC, you have that business bank account, make sure it ties to that. And then we are capturing all of those different deductions. And then, if you do have something that you spend, let's say you're going on Amazon and buying supplies or need something there. Well, hey, go back through those Amazon statements and make sure that you're looking at everything that you spent for business and adding that up, because we want to be deducting all those items for you.
Hey, y'all can't say y'all didn't get no good information today. I think we are dead on. This is Alan Pruitt. If you guys are just tuning in, this is I'm Just Saying Live, and we're giving you some edutainment. Okay, so I think that we've come across some really good things. I wish we had some more questions in those comments, ladies and gentlemen. I know y'all want to ask something. What you got to ask, Tucker?
I have a question. So
okay.
let's say someone who hasn't filed taxes, right, in years.
Mm-hmm.
What steps or what initial steps do you think they would need to take?
So my best advice is to start getting that stuff together now, because it's a whole different situation when you go to the IRS saying like, hey, I had these 4 back years of taxes to file, versus them coming to find you. We don't want those IRS problems. So I'd say start getting that together now. You go to them and be like, hey, okay, yeah, I know, I have these 3, 4, however many years back. Let's start working on that now. You can actually go directly to the IRS website and you can pull what's called a wage and income transcript that shows you all the reported income that you earned in back years. So that's the first place to start on getting those things together. And then, go to a professional or start putting those returns together, because even if you owe, then the good thing is the IRS will work with you. You can set up a payment plan on amounts that you owe with the IRS. So, I know a lot of people are scared and, don't want to do that, like, oh, I missed a year, missed 2 years, and they just let it keep going. Well, don't do that. And then plus the other bonus side to doing that is that if you do have a few back taxes you have to do, you can only get a refund back. Let's say you're getting a refund, you can only get a refund back up to 3 years. So if you had a refund, if you're waiting to file those returns, you could be missing out on money there. So go back and do those taxes.
Your emergency plan, guys. Look.
Exactly.
Okay, so I was gonna say this because you touched on getting a professional. Now, could you explain to people the difference between tax professional and tax preparer?
Yes. So
the hard way, ladies and gentlemen. So here's your turn. Okay, there is a difference.
Yes. No. Yeah. There's a big difference. So I would say a tax preparer is someone who, hey, you take all your documents to, they're gonna put it in the system, figure out what it is that you owed, or figure out your refund, but pretty straightforward for the most part. So when you come to a professional or a CPA like me, what we want to do is ideally we actually want to work with our clients throughout the year, because we want to be proactive and making sure we're writing off everything that we possibly can. It's a lot of people don't realize this, but the IRS is really nothing but a reward system. If you are doing the certain things that they want you to do, you get tax breaks, you get deductions, you get credits. So what I do as a CPA, we're working with our small businesses, we're working with our individuals and our investors to make sure we're taking all of those deductions, because we don't want you overpaying in taxes. We love tipping waitresses, but we don't want to tip the IRS. And so we're going to make sure we're putting all of that stuff in for you so that you are having the lowest possible taxes.
All right. I think we beat all the nails in. What do you think, Mr. Thomas?
I want my money.
Get it.
I'm gonna file. I don't need Big Brother telling me I owe them nothing.
They're not gonna give him no money. Anyway, we gotta pay all the time. We always giving something away. I was like, oh my God. So maybe we definitely need to come and check you out. Hopefully you can get that number
There
down.
we go.
Look, can you at least get it to a reasonable?
Yes. I'm telling you, yeah, when you work throughout the year and take advantage of all the, breaks that are out there, absolutely. You can, as a business owner, you could literally live tax-free. You can literally live tax-free as a business owner.
What was that email again?
info@pruittprepcpa.com. I got you.
Yes, sir.
You got us. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I hope that you got the information. Do you have any events or anything coming up? Maybe a tax class to help teach people or anything like that you would like to share about right now?
Yeah, actually, I'm working on a couple of tax class webinars for for small businesses, for investors, to make sure that as I mentioned, we're claiming all the deductions out there. So the best way to keep informed on that is hit us up on IG, Pruitt Prep CPA, our YouTube channel, or email us, and we'll keep you informed on all the good stuff that's upcoming.
Okay, one more thing. Now, how do you keep up to date on all the information?
Oh, good question. So, you know what I love doing, and I actually do a lot of because for my license, I have to do what's called CPE, educational units. So I go to a lot of conferences, and to keep up to date on all the upcomings, all the IRS changes, different tax strategies we can implement. And as I mentioned, as a business owner, I get to go to these places. And it's business deductible, tax deductible, trips and conferences and whatnot. Perfect example. I'm going to France this summer for a mastermind, tax deductible. So when you're working with your CPA throughout the year, those are kind of things you can do.
Okay. All right. So everybody, please go make sure that you check out Mr. Alan Pruitt, CPA, and he's going to help you write it off if it's legal. Okay. Remember that, because I know a lot of y'all get out there and you start trying to say, well, can I do this and can I do that? He's going to tell you the things that are right versus wrong. Okay. But good luck to everybody, because tax season is definitely here. We are well underway. Alan, we thank you so much for being on and live today.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate y'all. Keep up the great work.
Absolutely. Yes, love the information that you provided today. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye. All right. Y'all, that was great. Okay.
That was awesome.
That was great. I mean, we really drilled him. He did a great job. I'm so excited about that. I'm glad he was able to come on today. I felt like all of y'all needed that, because y'all know I'm trying to help y'all get your money right. Everybody talking about I'll be going on trips and this, that, and the other. You could be there with me, okay?
He just told you.
You could be there with me.
Do it as a business trip.
I've been doing that for years. My trips are definitely business trips. I'm talking to somebody about what I got going on while I'm there, okay? Yep. Learn how to put it together. Now, I am seeing someone else is saying volume. What's going on with the volume?
Can J&T,
no volume.
Can J&T go to Africa?
J&T can go to Africa. Let's see what we got here. Wait a minute. You're trying to talk to me while I'm trying to get it together.
Tucker, I'm just saying live is going to Africa.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen,
we good on volume. I think it may be a user problem.
David, I saw that you said you couldn't hear us, but yeah, I had a really great time with it. Now, ladies and gentlemen, again, if you're just joining, we've talked about HBCU All-Stars. We talked about the Final Four. I know that wasn't really their sports recap, but it kind of felt that way because we were going through all of the basketball. It's full of basketball today. And then now we have just finished having a talk with Mr. Alan Pruitt, CPA, who is out there trying to get y'all's finances right. This is Financial Literacy Month. Okay. Did y'all know that?
No.
This is the month for it. They got a month for everything now, don't they? I mean, everything. All right, Tuck. What were you about to say there? Oh, okay. Did we get the volume situated? I was trying to talk about that while we got the volume situated.
No, the volume is fine. I think it may just be with his connection.
Okay, great. Okay. All right. Now remember, ladies and gentlemen, on April the 15th, Spring into Giving will be going down. I'm going to need you guys to come out in your best spring attire, looking extra good, because we're going to have libations. We're going to have food. We're going to have dances. We're going to have I cannot wait to see your face in the place. Come take some pictures with us. We're going to be giving out some awards to some very special supporters, and I cannot wait for you to see it all and take it all in.
We get massages too.
Oh, you know what? We might have a massage person in the building. One of our sponsors is a dear friend of mine, Mr. Ronald from Massage My Massage Care. You're not getting that? You want a ladies massage?
Mm-hmm.
We have.
Oh yeah, definitely.
We have a lady massage.
And touching me.
The gift, you know what?
With his alligator hands.
You know.
Yeah.
One of our silent auction gifts is actually a 2-hour massage. So you definitely have to come so that you have to come so that you get 2 hours.
It's a long time.
Oh my God, that's how you relax.
Hey.
You get the neck loose.
Yeah.
You gotta get that
Right.
neck loose.
I know hands and I know they hands and knuckle stuff get tired. So after 1 hour, we switch them out to another one, and then they,
switch them out. 2-hour massage. So make sure you come so you can bid on that. We also have a liquor basket. We've got some leather items that are going to be up on the auction block. We got all kinds of stuff. Oh, Tucker neck always hurt. Tucker always need an adjustment.
Yeah, I need
Hey, I got the right masseuse for you.
He always needed an adjustment. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, you know that we're getting close to the 11 o'clock hour, but I do have one little thing that I would like to talk to you about when it comes to entertainment news, just because I felt like this needed to be discussed. Oh, you also wanted to talk about the president. So let's do that first.
Jill Biden,
the current president's wife said,
what's going on with this?
Listen, she said that she felt like Iowa still deserved the opportunity to come and visit the White House along with LSU because they played hard. Are you listening to me? Everybody knows how prestigious it is to be NCAA champions and get to visit the White House. Do you think that it's fair that she wants to include them in their celebration?
Hell no. And I'm just saying.
Tucker, how do you feel about that?
Man, fuck Iowa.
Well, I'm not going to say all that.
I'm sorry. No, it's not fuck Iowa.
I'm going to tell you this right now. Do I feel like it's fair?
No.
Do I feel like, maybe they play good and X, Y, and Z? Yes. But you're not going to make it that known that you want them there instead of who's coming. That's how that makes me feel. Just in case you look at this, that's how it makes me feel. I really had no idea this was said, that this went on until this morning. And I felt like that's a travesty to take that away and try to share. Don't split my pie without my authorization. I'm going to say no all day.
First, it's like they're giving them a participation trophy to allow them to come there. But never in history that I know of
have they shared
that the loser gets invited to the White House. That's for the winner. That's part of it.
It always been the winners, the men, the women, vice versa. But it has never been for the runner-up, the losers, never ever. And for her to make that statement, and I'm not trying to throw no race card out there, but
it's looking real racy.
That's how they slide their Democrats. It's that Democrat. That's how Democrats be racist right there. That's right there. I told y'all.
They about to put us off.
Listen to me though. They pound her, they do all. Anyway, I don't want to get political.
Okay, so we have a message here.
What B. Jones? B. Jones got something to say.
If Iowa would have won, that wouldn't have dare been said for LSU.
LSU,
correct.
Exactly.
Straight up.
Say Bio Barbie wouldn't have been there.
Bio, okay. All right, so we needed to discuss that. I'm sorry, I just had to definitely make sure that we put that out there. I also wanted to give you guys just a little bit of history. Did you know that 50 years ago, I think we're at 50 years. 50 years ago this week, the first cell phone call was made on a sidewalk in New York with a device the size of a brick. Did y'all realize we had cell phones in our midst for over 50 years now?
Yes.
You knew 50 years?
Yeah, you got to remember back in 60s and 70s.
So you were like 2 when the phone came out.
No, I wasn't.
I'm so sorry. I could not resist. I'm like, yeah, he
That's
do.
right.
I bet he do remember.
He gonna get your ass later.
I was thinking about Pam Grier in her movies. She always had the big cell phone in her Corvette talking on it. Oh my God.
1973. Okay.
Okay, I was too.
I know. Oh my
Jesus.
God. So sorry about that, Mr. Thomas.
That was hilarious.
Guys, please tell them where they can follow you on social media. People, we need y'all to go to these social media accounts and we need you to share them with your friends. We're trying to get our likes and subscribers up, just like everybody else, because we provide a good service here, but we want to be able to keep bringing that to you. So guys, tell them where they can follow you on social media.
Okay, you can catch me on IG, call me _Ant_, or you can follow me on Snapchat, Teen Thomas 4, the number 4. And boy, I got some things to show y'all.
He got his stuff together now. Okay. Tuck, where can they follow you?
At Tuck_ATL. They might be changing soon. I might change my handle.
Okay, Mr. Change the handle. Ladies and
Yeah.
gentlemen, I did not change mine on purpose, but you need to follow me at IJS Live. At IJS Live. It's too easy because we're going to keep bringing it live to you each and every week. Remember, you may never know where we're going to be doing the show live from, so keep on the watch. Okay, now.
Johannesburg.
You say what? Oh, yeah, I can't wait. When we going to Johannesburg?
We're going to Africa or Paris.
I'm ready. Guess who else is ready? Drake brought a whole squad of hitters to the stage, okay? Drake brings Lil Wayne, Glorilla, Lil Uzi Vert, and 21 Savage on stage during his Dreamville set. That is a lot of people to be extending dreams to. Well, how you old Tucker look like he gone? Let's see. Doesn't that seem like a ton of performers that are kind of right at the top of the charts right now?
No, not a lot. It's like history again, where you got good rappers that provide you with good music that everybody is listening to. So it's just like an encore.
How do you feel about it, Tug?
Well, it's the era. This is their era, their golden era, I guess. Because all those artists have been out at least about 10 years. So
Glorilla? No, she brand new.
Not Glorilla. Yeah, not Glorilla.
Some of those people are brand new, and so it's crazy to me that they just, that's a big thing to be performing with Drake.
Yes,
it is. And that's what I'm saying. So it's good.
He's got the records to prove it. Look, he got catalog, baby. And catalog with an extra C. So yeah, I think that was a great opportunity. I'm glad that people are out here providing opportunities, and that was one of the reasons I wanted to bring that up. I knew that we were going to be pushing for time, and we may not be able to get to social unrest, but I think that's one of our positive social unrest. Drake bringing out the squad to do some great things. All right, now we're going to add this to the stream. Y'all know it's time for our affirmation. Now, today's affirmation is to get you in line and get you right, like we always do. Don't allow a thief to steal your peace simply because you did not set your boundaries. I put didn't set. I'm sorry about that typo. Listen, I'm going to tell you, boundaries are so important.
Yes.
I'm not a boundary setter. I normally allow people into my space and I try to accept them for who they are. Okay, that's what I do because I want people to accept me for who I am. But I'm not a bad person. Look, I'm not a bad person. And sometimes you run across and you have let those people get into your personal space. And when you realize it, you need to know that that is a boundary of yours that has been crossed, and you need to move on so that you don't find yourself in a situation. I think that a lot of people have problems with that. Guys, I want to present this question to you right now. Do you feel like more women or men have issue with setting boundaries?
They both do. It depends on the individual, because sometimes it can be friends, family members, even their spouse. So certain boundaries need to be set for certain things. Now, when those boundaries are crossed or broken, you can't be upset at the individual because, like the caption stated, you didn't set those boundaries in the beginning. Because there's no way I'm gonna tell Tennille I like hot tuna when I don't like hot tuna, and she's fixing me hot tuna. I don't want no damn hot tuna. I don't like that. So you have to set your boundaries. Don't be ashamed or afraid to set your boundaries with people in your life. And they need to be set for a particular reason to keep you safe and keep your sanity intact.
I'm with it. Tuck, how do you feel?
Well,
To that message.
Well, it's alluding kind of to what Anna's saying. Like you kind of to go beyond where you were saying, with boundaries, you teach people how to treat you. So
yes,
if you let them get away with it,
right? By having by having boundaries and setting those lines, and you teach people how to treat you, how you want to be respected, how you want to be treated, and communicated with. So,
yes, sir.
Yeah, that's how I feel about that.
Okay. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I hope that you learned something from that today. I'm going to add it to the stream one more time. Don't allow a thief to steal your peace simply because you didn't set boundaries. Make sure that you're out there and you are conscious of what boundaries need to be set. Certain people, we know will try to push the envelope a little bit more than others. So please, please, please pay attention. We do also have a comment that says women, because of the position they find themselves in, lots of women do find themselves in lots of precarious situations. Let's see what we have here. It says, is this live? Old man dad sent me to the old show. Hi, I have no idea who that is. All right. Let's see what else we got here. Oh, good morning. Good morning, Raquel. Thank you so much for joining. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for our movie scoop. But this week, we're not discussing a movie. We're discussing Ghost Power Book 2. Okay. Now listen. Tariq is quite
I don't even know why they call it Ghost. Just call it Tariq. It's his show.
He is his father's son. Okay, let me tell y'all. Tucker decided that we were going to talk about this today, and I'm kind of happy he did because the boy is trifling. And now he's trying to pull himself together. He's found himself in a mix of all sorts, between drug dealers, between conniving women, between... There is so much going on in this series. I just love it.
Did he set boundaries?
He ain't setting no boundaries. He got all kind of stuff going on in his mix.
Yeah, no boundaries set there, which leads to a lot of problems, obviously.
Lots of problems.
And I'm gonna say something about
so Tucker, tell us some of the things that you were bringing up to us.
Method Man.
Oh, Method Man is
I
playing
love
a
Method
Hey, cool. I love his character, man. I love him, and he's playing. He acting in that. Yes.
You know, a lot of people can't transform from one thing to the other well, but he is a great actor. I mean, his role is so believable.
Grimy attorney.
Yes.
All of us.
So with this though, this show is very interesting. I mean, all the Power fans, you already know. But for this particular season, you just see how people you think that are in your corner or has your best interest actually don't. They're actually looking out for themselves and their interest, and they flip it around and act like they're doing it for you. Case in point, Effie. Effie is not loyal to me, but she presents like she is.
Fucking dumb.
And it's just one of them shows, man. Look, if you don't know, check it out. I don't want to give any spoilers. Go ahead.
It's a good show. We're going to say go check it out. This is something that you can watch, you know, with older kids, not with little teeny tinies, because there are always lots of references about drugs. There are people dying all around this college campus. Look,
PG-13.
There are girlfriends who are, you know, cheating with their loyalties, if you will. I'm not saying cheating with your, you know, their bodies, but with their loyalties. There are tons of things going on in this show. I love watching the drama from week to week. Thank you, 50, for putting this on for us. It is wonderful. Okay, I love it.
And Mary J.
Mary J's acting skills are getting better. We're not going to say that they're there, but they're better. Agreed.
She's showing improvement.
Showing improvement. I like the way you put that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you know what time it is, and we're a little late, but it's okay. It's time for Tennille's touchy subjects. Now we're about to get extra touchy. I found this on the internet. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you, I'm gonna remove it. All right, are you ready? Y'all better listen close. Oh, hold on. It looks like it's a little jumbled up. All right, let's see what we're going to call this. Oh, decisions to be made. That's what we're going to call it. Decisions to be made. Okay?
Boundaries.
Boundaries. Okay? Remember, we just talked about boundaries. I've told my roommate several times that her boyfriend has been hitting on me, and she just won't listen. She thinks that I'm jealous of their relationship and will not listen at all. Now, she and I have messed around one time before, and that's probably why she thinks I'm jealous. That is simply not the case. She's threatening to put me out, and the boyfriend just keeps hitting on me. What do I do? Now, I'm holding back a lot of information right now. I'm going to give y'all some more in just a little bit. At this point in the situation, you have two girls living in the house, and I'm sure that this has happened more times than not, because this has also happened in my personal life, where the boyfriend is catching you when your homegirl or your roommate is not paying attention. So I wanted to stop it right there. What should a girl do in this instance, fellas? Because, guys know that guys do this, if you will, and want to smash both the roommates. How should she respond to this? She's already tried to tell her and she's not listening.
Move.
Well, I'll say this.
It's not that easy when you don't have that much money.
I'll say this. What I want to know is, what's her interaction when he's trying to hit on her? Because see, if she kills it, and she like, no, this
she deaded it. She deaded it and told more than once.
Oh, well then, yeah, dude just wilding there. He tripping.
Yeah, she in a bad situation.
Yeah.
In a bad situation.
So, he might catch her there by herself and never know. That's why I said she need to move. She need to go. Try to find somewhere to go. And I know it's not easy, like you said.
Now here it is. So this is the up-to-date news that we're going to add to the story, because she tried to no reproach. Her roommate didn't believe her. He has continued to hit on me and came after me one drunk night. I finally gave in.
Oh, Lord, I knew it.
And now I find myself 3 months pregnant.
I knew it.
I told her ass to move. That's bad. 3 months pregnant.
Now what does she do? She's potentially pregnant with her roommate's boyfriend's baby.
Look,
she just gonna have a baby, and the baby gonna be fatherless. Because if
she can't get abortions anymore.
Yeah, she 3 months. Yeah.
She out of there.
So what she tell the girlfriend?
So, but this is my thing.
Or the roommate.
This is my thing. The roommate was right the entire time. She either wanted the guy or she wanted her.
Yeah.
Something.
What I was about to say.
The roommate was right not to listen to her in the first place, because clearly you must have been entertaining this crap.
That's what I was alluding to.
Well, the roommate, if she told her that and she was thinking this, that means if you think this person wants what you have, either side of what you have,
you need to move this person out your life. Yeah,
you need to get rid of them. Move around. They got to go.
Well, the girlfriend who she's telling definitely didn't set her boundaries, because she has this predator near her, and now they have made a whole mess out of this situation. We know that he doesn't want her because he's still dating the other roommate.
How you let it?
He just wanted to smash.
And
then no condom, and he smashed my girl.
Yeah, you need condom, but you know what I'm saying? And yeah.
And if he smashed once, I'm quite sure he smashed more than that.
B. Jones said, "Oh damn, well y'all all just gonna be together." I think that
they should. I mean, he doesn't.
Her friends listen.
And let me tell you why.
People need to wake up. People not always just trying to get your man. But now it's come to a point where she probably been telling her she was jealous or that she ain't cute as her and she couldn't take her man if she wanted to, because you know those type of situations happen. And now she done proved it to her beyond reproach. He done got in that thing and went wild.
Having your man's baby, you don't even have a baby by. What you getting ready to say, Coach?
I was gonna say, yeah, and Showtime Freeman also, exactly. He alluded to it, but I think it's also not only they been having sex, but like if y'all done messed around, and she probably done told her boyfriend too, like, oh yeah, we probably done messed around one time, did it, you know, something like that.
What you say? He trying to get him a threesome?
He like, yeah, he like, shh, let me see what's happening. You know what I'm saying with that? Yeah, trying to do it.
He sounds just like a shade tree mechanic out of ATL. No.
You know, so
yeah. So I'm gonna tell you that this type of thing has happened so many times, and plenty of girls have given in, especially if the guy is cute or he got a little bit of money, this, that, and the other. But there also are those other times, and this is what I want girls to think about. When you're in a situation like that and your friend has told you something like that is going on and he's being sneaky and creepy enough to be doing it behind your back. Now, that's different when people are flirting in your face, but you're putting her in a bad position because he could pin her up in the bathroom. He could have raped her by now. You're giving him access to her home. This is where she lives and where she should be feeling comfortable. And if it's a roommate situation, you still need to remove him from that place in the first place before all this could happen. Period.
Look, guy, he knew he could have sex with that chick. That's why he kept pursuing it. Like he knew that it was some indication there, right? And so this quote unquote one drunk night, okay. Yeah, she said she gave in. But it's like you said before, the roommate was right because it's something she been wanting to do. She was just trying to trying to gauge the temperature of the roommate. Like, hey, you know.
And she knew her friend wasn't going to believe her or him if they said they did it because she's already been saying she don't believe it.
And I'm going to say this because I just realized what you just said, Coach, that it was one drunk night. She never stated that she was drunk. He was drunk.
He was drunk.
So
we don't know. I think she was drunk.
You said he was drunk one night.
I think she was drunk. I don't know what it was said. Can't remember.
Well, going by that, what she read, if he was drunk, what that had to do with you? So now this takes it all the way back to the beginning.
I don't
think
she was drunk.
You wanted to be with him from get-go. You were just playing hard to get. Because if it was a problem, you should have moved around.
It's not that easy to move when you're in college. Niggas be thirsty as fuck. People have no respect for themselves and especially others. Very true. They want what they want when they want it. We've definitely come to a time where dropping in the DM is legit. You know, you can meet anybody. All you got to do is put your feelers out there. we already know that that's a real deal. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been Tennille's touchy subject, and we're about to give you guys how we feel she should react to this. We're gonna say, because it's not legal here anymore, that she cannot have an abortion. So she's stuck with this baby. How do you think she should
go Louisiana or Arkansas?
She wasn't trying to have no abortion if she's 3 months now.
She 3 months. She ain't trying to make no move.
Yeah. She want that baby. She want to prove to her homegirl.
Most people don't find out till 3 months.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought y'all get, you know.
Yeah. If their period doesn't stop, they don't find out.
At least a month.
You gotta know. Then see, we
know when we do it.
I started sleeping longer. I know something wrong. I'm like, why am I so tired?
Hungry?
No.
Yeah.
Tired and hungry. That's what we got here from I'm Just Saying Lives Fellas. The crew has spoken. You're tired and hungry when you're pregnant. So her man probably been sleeping a lot and she don't know why. She probably been going to the doctor thinking she got something going on. And it's not you. It's the girl next door. Ladies and gentlemen, this is I'm Just Saying Live. Continue to support us and watch us. We're going to keep bringing you the funny. We're going to keep bringing you the edutainment. We'll holler at you guys on next week.
Peace.
Welcome to all of my friends and families. Welcome to all of my friends and bennies. Welcome to all of my friends and bennies. I'm just saying, show.